Badass Blind Babe podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. So, yesterday was Rare Disease Day, and I wanted to share about my rare disease. And more specifically, I wanted to share about the things that I fucking love about my disability. So if you don't know, I have a disease called retinitis pigmentosa that is slowly causing me to go blind, hence the whole badass blind babe thing. If you didn't catch that, now you know. Okay, whatever, moving on. But I want to share about the things that I love about it because I've used this podcast and used my social media to talk about the struggles and the challenges that I face because of it, which are very real, and I definitely think that that side of my condition needs to be expressed. However, I don't only want to be talking about the negative shit because there's a lot of positive shit. And I know some people's heads might be exploding at that statement because I think for a lot of people who don't experience diseases or disability, they can't imagine how anyone could be grateful for it. And I don't want to diminish the challenges that it does cause me because I've experienced a lot of depression and a lot of suicidal thoughts and things like that because of my blindness, but that's not all that there is. And there are several aspects of this condition that I really, really, really like. So right off the bat, I also just want to say that just because you have a disability or a disease does not mean that you automatically hate having it. You know, disabled does not equal depressed. I would say a good amount of people who are disabled or have a certain disease, it can be, you know, something that causes depression for them and causes, you know, negative feelings and things because it can be challenging, especially it can be very frustrating to live in a world that's not designed for you. So that is definitely a thing. But there's this stigma that if you're disabled, you're automatically just miserable and you hate your life and you wish you weren't disabled. And that is just not fucking true at all. Yes, would I like to have a cure for my blindness? Would I like to be able to spend the rest of my life being able to see? Yeah, of course. But I am in no way really angry 100% about what I'm going through. And there's so many aspects of my disability that I love. So I'm gonna share some with you guys. All right, number one, I would have to say overall, my disability just makes me who I am. And I fucking love who I am. It's a process that I've learned to love myself, but I appreciate that I am a unique person. And I really credit a lot of that uniqueness to my disability because it's given me a very unique perspective on life. And I think also it's given me a lot of appreciation for things. I think that a lot of people can go through life just not really appreciating the day-to-day. And for me, I'm constantly being grateful for the things that I can do because I know that one day I won't be able to do them. So every time I go for a walk and I get to do it by myself, yeah, I have my cane or whatever, but like I can still go out and do things for the most part on my own. If it's during the day, I'm night blind, so I can't see at night. But anyways, when I'm able to do little things like go for a walk, seeing a sunset, like all those little type of things, they bring me so much joy because I know one day that might not be something that I'm able to do. So every single time that I do that, I'm really, really, really grateful. Now, I'm not saying that people who are completely blind can't go on a walk by themselves or still enjoy a sunset. Maybe if someone describes it to them, you know, I don't know. I'm only really relaying my own personal experience and my own personal level of vision loss. Anyway, another thing that I feel so incredibly grateful for are the people in my life because not only do I appreciate the time that I spend with them, but every time that I'm hanging out with my parents and I see them smile, or I'm with my friends and I see them dance, like I appreciate it so much because I don't know how many more chances I'll get to see that, you know? And not saying that I can't soak up all their amazingness when I have zero vision, but it just makes me really, really appreciate the people in my life. And not only do I appreciate them, but I have learned to be able to express it to them in real time. I think a lot of times people think in their head, oh, I love that person, or oh, I'm so grateful for them, but they don't always express it. But the time to express it is right now. And yeah, I'm going to be telling the people in my life that I love them when I'm completely blind, but why not tell them now? Why not tell them 10 minutes from now? Why not tell them tomorrow? Why not tell them every fucking day? So it's kind of given me the chance to really, really slow down and appreciate the little things, because the little things are the big things. People in my life are amazing and they make my life so wonderful. So I don't want to spend my life not appreciating who they are and what they do for me. So that is definitely a huge thing for me, is being able to appreciate so many things and just feel so grateful for my life the way it is, because I know that it's not always going to be like this. And the second thing, I don't know, was that the second thing, or I can't remember. Anyway, fuck it, whatever. Another thing that I am very, very grateful for because of my disability is I have learned the exquisite art of letting go. That is a fucking hard one. I think that most people fear change and letting go of things, and our, comfortability levels changing is fucking stressful. It's really, really stressful. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, obviously. No one's perfect at fucking anything. So it's constantly a process, but I'm always having to let go of things because of my blindness. My eyesight changes, every 6 months to a year or whatever. Like, it's hard for me to really tell because my disability luckily is slow going. So I don't notice it from day to day. But there are times where I'm like, wow, I remember last year I was able to read that thing, or I was able to do that thing, and now I can't. And it is depressing. It is hard, I remember when I had to stop reading books, and it just kind of sucked, like, and I like audiobooks, I'm grateful for it, but it's just different, it's just a different experience. And it can be very frustrating, but I think that embracing change is a crucial part of life, because everything changes. We all have to let go of different things, whether you're blind or whatever the case is. We have to let go of people that we love. We have to let go of, places that we live, and, whatever it is. We have to learn how to let go. So not only have I learned how to let go, but I'm learning more and more with practice, but I'm learning more and more how to let go of things gracefully, and how to not let it rock my world so intensely. I remember when I was younger and I was really, really struggling with letting go of things, and it would just break me down. I was so angry and so depressed, and just didn't want to accept that my life was changing. So, like I said, it is a process, but I keep getting better and better at being able to let go of things. And I'm so, so, so grateful for that, because it's a necessity. We all need to learn how to do it, And finally, I will say that I am so, so grateful for my blindness, because it's allowed me to do a lot of things that I wouldn't be able to do normally. So I'm not saying that you have to be blind or disabled in order to maybe inspire others or talk about your life story. I think that everyone does have a life story and a message that is powerful and deserves to be shared. But I get to make the world a better place and a more inclusive place simply just by being myself. Just by embracing this disability, I get to do some good for the world. Like, when I'm walking down the street with my cane, it's a powerful message. People don't see blind people out, on their own. Usually it's not a very typical thing. And I just feel like every time that I do that, and every time that I'm out and, using my cane, I just feel Like I'm making a statement, you know, that people with disabilities, we don't have to hide away. We're out here and we're living our lives, and you can have a very fulfilled life no matter what you're going through. So I think that that's honestly my favorite thing is like I literally make the world a better place just by being myself. And I think that's true for everyone, honestly. So I think anyone can say that. I don't think that that's just like a blindness specific thing. But you know, I have hated this condition for so long. So to be able to realize that there are so many beautiful things that this condition has brought to my life, it's really empowering and it feels fucking amazing, baby. Woo! I love it. I fucking love it. And just by embracing it, it also just helps me love myself more. So I think that the message that I really want to pass on to people is I want you to take the thing that you hate the most about yourself or that causes you the most, you know, pain, or the thing in your life that you wish you could change but you can't, whatever it is, whatever your major stressor is, I just encourage you to try to look at it in a different way. I want you to really think about, instead of why is this happening to me, or why do I have to be stuck with this, or why do I have to be this way or look this way or whatever it is, think about why it's happening for you and what you can really do with it. Because I think that on the other side of our struggles is our strength. And there's so many beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things to learn from the shit that we go through. I'm not saying it's easy, trust me, it's not easy at all, but it's possible to really truly love the challenges in your life, because with the challenges comes the growth. If you're willing to really face them and look at them in an open, honest way and be able to work with them. You know, I could easily still be that very depressed blind girl who doesn't want to get out of bed. And some days I still have those days. Don't get me wrong. There's no like magic cure for it that just like immediately makes me feel so much better about my life all the time. But my toolbox has gotten bigger and I've learned ways that I can change how I feel about it. Or maybe not exactly change how I feel, because I don't think you can change your feelings. Your feelings aren't a choice, but how you react to those feelings is always, always, always a choice. So really let that sink in. You cannot control how you feel, but you can control how you react to those feelings. So whatever you're going through, yeah, it might fucking suck and you might fucking hate it. And I'm sorry you have to experience anything in this life that isn't positive. But that's just not the reality. That's not what life is about. Life is about challenges, and it's all how you want to interpret them and what you choose to do with them. And I really made the choice that I was not going to let my blindness hold me back in life. And let me tell you, sometimes I have to remind myself that I've made this choice. But it's possible for me to have an amazing life because I work hard to create it despite whatever the fuck I have going on. And you can do that as well. So whatever you got going on, babe, you can get through it. And like I said, there is so much strength on the other side of that struggle. There's so much beauty on the other side of that burden. And I don't want you to miss out on it because it's there. So take a look at it and really unpack that and think about what that looks like for you. And if you feel up to it, share it. Oh my gosh, share it. I cannot tell you the amount of confidence and happiness that I've experienced by being able to share my story. Because like I said, I get to make the world a better place just by being myself and just about being honest about who I am and how I feel. And it's done wonders for me in my life. And I really, really think that if everyone could do that, that is what will heal the world. I really think that having love and appreciation for ourselves and being able to really be at peace with ourselves, that is how we show love and appreciation to others. And that is how we all can hopefully come together and make the world a more loving place. that was some hippy dippy shit, but I believe it. I really fucking believe it. And I just really, really want you to look at your struggles that way, because there's a lot you can do with it, babe. A lot of good that can come from it if you let it. And you're a bad bitch, okay? You are definitely capable of letting it make you better instead of making you bitter, okay? I believe in you, all right? And if you don't hear it from anyone else, please, please listen to me when I say that I believe in you and you can do fucking anything. And I absolutely love you. Okay, bye.